I'll get right into this. I know we have a tight schedule, and I also want to say bonus kudos to the doc for being wingman in interviews with Stanley Cup champions. So anyway, I know that's a little bit rough. So
it's an honor and a pleasure.
Give them all the technical questions.
Yeah. So doctor, you've got a deep and impressive research resume in MS. What are you most excited about right now? 45 seconds, go.
Well, I think for the future for MS, the most exciting advances are in the process of myelin regeneration. So if we can work to regenerate the myelin sheath, which is damaged in MS, then we can stabilize the axon and prevent the likelihood of degeneration. And I think that's, moving forward, that's the most exciting research.
Okay, fantastic. Bryan, I'm really seriously bummed about your diagnosis. I've been there. And since I run an MS website that is geared to optimistic athletic misfits with this disease, I asked our members what they wanted me to ask you. So we better get started. This is question 1 of 293. Dave B. asks, well, that's a coincidence, ActiveMSers.org, great MS website or the greatest MS website? He also said that if you shockingly have never visited, use the code word penguin.
Okay. So you want me...
A great or greatest or penguin?
Well, I haven't put much research. I let Tim do all that stuff.
I'm going to put down penguin for you.
Penguin,
I'm disappointed you're a Penguin fan, but that's okay. I'll let
okay.
No, in all seriousness, Sue B. asks, how specifically is training or exercise different with MS than before? And what is your current exercise routine?
Being active, obviously, I was a hockey player where, you know, you're active every day on and off the ice. I think, you know, maintaining my athletic ability is going to be a huge thing in being successful in this MS. You know, obviously not to the level where it was, but, you know, doing, you know, something every day, if it's if the littlest going for walks or, you know, playing baseball, playing hockey. I got to still play hockey and enjoy that, and, you know, just to try to stay active as most as possible.
Now, when you play hockey, Debbie asks, what kind of physical toll do you feel during and after you play, and how much recovery time do you need?
You know, for me, I didn't have much, you know, time to recover because I've been playing for my whole life. My body's immune to it. But when I've had MS and playing with it, it took a little longer. You know, between shifts, the big thing is overheating. It kind of, you know, how to keep my body cool in different ways is by breathing. You know, breathing exercises that kind of cool your body down quicker, and it helped me.
Oh, okay. I also, part of ActiveMSers is, one of my specialties is cooling, so if you do get there, check it out. I've got a lot of great cooling advice, and I've worked with researchers. Anyway, so we've got Sarah asks, how do you mentally deal with recognizing your physical limits?
How do I recognize? I think I think being positive. I think, you know, when I got diagnosed, it was really tough of knowing where it is, where it's going to go. I think having that positive attitude, knowing it's going to get better. I think to where I am now, I feel, you know, positive, the right direction, and I think, you know, from where I was to where I am now, I think the positive attitude was a big thing to help me where I am now.
Okay, so this is from Jeff. He asks, it must have taken a lot to announce that you have MS. How did you come to that decision?
You know, it was going to be this day or it was going to be, you know, a month down the line. I know, you know, days before I got diagnosed, it was days later, I told Ron Francis and the GM and the PR guys that, you know, why wait? We can just tell everybody that this is what's up. It's, you know, it's been affecting me for a while. we decided to kind of get it over with and then get on with my treatments and move on and get, moving forward and getting back on the ice. And I think the earlier we did it, it was better for, for my decision of what's next.
All right, so this question is from me. Your last goal. I've never cried watching hockey. Pretty unbelievable because I'm a Capitals fan. But your shootout goal with Amanda and your kids looking on got me. So my question is, how does it feel to share in the NHL record for best career shootout percentage?
Yeah.
No. No, seriously though. What's next for Bryan Bickell?
For that moment, it was definitely special leading up to it. Getting the opportunity to have a shootout. I know Coach Peters was, running down the bench and saying you're going to shoot, and then, seeing, all the people that, helped me with my wife, my kids, and all the people that supported me through hockey my whole life there at that moment, and seeing, my last shot to go in with the Philly fans and the Philly players, the support that I had. It was very emotional. I think I was crying going down the ice before a shot. I just kind of closed my eyes and then went in. But for what's next, for leading into that game, just for everything in between, the ups and downs, the positive, the inspiration that I gave a lot of people, just spreading that, and hopefully I can help out a lot of people at the same time.
Fantastic. Wendy asks, I'd love to hear more about the charity you started, Service Dogs for People Living with MS.
Yeah, so we started our foundation, the Bryan and Amanda Bickell Foundation, say 6-7 years ago. We started with abused Pitbull type dogs, and then we worked with them, and we kind of branched into abused kids to intertwine these kids with these dogs who were in the same situation and let them open up and see that the dogs can get better, that they can get better. And then with this falling 6 months ago, and we were working with dogs, and some MS people need service dogs, that we can work together and find a certain needs that these people need with the dog, and if it's emotional or stability, and work together, and it's going to be all through our funds of our foundation is money's on our side, and get these dogs to people that need.
Okay, no, that sounds fantastic. Brenda asks, what else are you passionate about?
I've said this word a lot. I'm passionate about fishing a lot. If I'm not watching hockey or anything like that, I'm probably going to be watching fishing. And as of late, I'm going to be really passionate about being a dad. Being away from my family through times of crucial times in my kids' lives, which they're still young. But I'm going to be passionate being a dad and being there through those crucial moments.
What would you say currently is your most frustrating MS symptom?
Most frustrating? I don't think I think the most frustrating was probably early, where I didn't know where it was going to go, if it was going to get better or if it's going to get worse. But I don't think it's a frustrating thing about it. The frustrating thing maybe getting diagnosed is it, but now moving on is the positive thing. From where I was to where I am now is the positive thing. It's a dramatic change, and we're happy about it.
Tell me a little bit about the importance of your wife and what she's meant in this whole endeavor.
Yeah, she was the rock of the two of us. At times where I didn't think I was going to be, playing or feeling good, I leaned on her, and she was the positive one of the two of us, believe it or not. And she was behind me and what we wanted to do 100%. And I'm truly blessed to have her. And I know she's I could say I'm lucky. She's lucky to have me too. But for her, it was. I'm truly blessed. Thanks.
What has it meant to have a fellow player like Josh Harding help out in the whole diagnosis process?
Yeah, you know, talk to him to what he's went through. Obviously, he went through it and for a year and a bit, and then you know he had to hang him up. But just to give me a heads up of what's next and the side effects and the things that he's gone through that you know maybe could help out me. You know, it was definitely cool. If anything comes down the line, if this happens again, I know my phone will be open and I'll help out anybody in any way.
Great. Hey, I know that my time is running out. I want to thank you guys for chatting with me, and Bryan, best of luck. And I really do encourage you, head on over to this website. It's where all the athletic MSers hang out and chat about their stuff, and make sure you do a lot of HIIT. It looks like that's going to be the most important sort of exercise routine to combat fatigue. So anyway, that's my last bit of advice. I hope our paths cross again.
Yeah, for sure. And if you want to, you know, learn more about, you know, what's next for me, you can go on Facebook.com and to Sabri and learn about more about my story and what's next with MS.
Okay, I will absolutely do that and recommend that to all of our readers.
Perfect.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Thank you.